There's literally not even all my books. Literally not all of my books. Okay. Hello, my name is Emily Cortez and welcome back to my channel.
Fuck.
Day by day, and it's
Okay, entonces, beautiful people. Today is a very exciting video because this is a sit-down video. It's not just any sit-down video, it's a book video. So this video is very chaotic. Very sorry, but just bear with me, okay? Like, I got all ready to make this video on everything because this is a very special video for me because around July, June, I got into reading and I have collected a lot of books since. So this is my book haul of all the books I've collected. And also like my October TBR, except I don't have everything that I want to read this month yet. And I'm gonna literally hurry to post this because it's already like the 8th and usually people post this by like the 1st of October. So we're gonna literally zoom by through this. Okay. I'm gonna try to upload this as quick as I possibly can. Okay, first, let's start with my Colleen Hoover collection. Okay, so first I have 3 of her most popular books, but I only have 3 of her books. So first is my favorite author, which is most of people's favorite author. I have Narrative by Colleen Hoover. And then I have It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and then November 9 by Colleen Hoover. If I'm gonna rank all these 3, I would rank this one first, very second, and November 9. Okay, I'm gonna take out my gum because I feel like it's gonna be very annoying. This is the first book so this is the first book I got in July, and this is the book that got me back into reading. God. It's about, I feel like everyone has already had an explanation of this book, so I'm just not gonna really drag it on. But let's just say this is one of my 5 out of 5 reads, and I don't have many. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say all the Colleen Hoover books are 5 out of 5s, but this is just a 6 out of 5. Okay, I just love this book. So November 9, it was a cute book. I love this book. Like this is a book that I would reread to make myself happy. And then Verity, I literally read in one day. This is a great October read, so, and fall read in general. So if you would please read it, even if you're not that into thrillers. Literally, please read it. Okay. I read this book in one day. I would love to like reread this. If I could go back in time and reread this again for the first time, I would, because I could not put this book down for the life of me. Okay, guys, so I have 2 series. The first one, I'm not gonna show you the second one yet because it's part of another category, but this is one of the series I have. It's called Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and Steph, if you are watching this, I'm gonna read this book, and like, I swear to God, I literally love you so much. And if you're not watching this video, I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I'm very excited to read it. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I'm very excited. I got the first book because I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so I don't want to buy the whole entire series if I'm not gonna like it. But so I'm very excited to read it, and when I get around to it, I actually think I'm going to make a vlog about the whole entire series, so stay tuned for that. The next book I have here is Shatter Me. 6 out of 5. This is one of my 6 out of 5 books. Love it with all my heart. I don't know why I loved it. I literally read the first 100 pages. I'm not even kidding you. I read the first 100 pages, didn't like it. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this book, but I'll read it one day. Read the first 100 books, didn't like it that much because I just found it kind of boring. Picked it up like a month later. It blew me. I literally read this book if you're into like fantasy or whatever, or literally if you love romance books, if you like fantasy books, please pick up this series. I can't wait to get the rest of this series. I'm so excited. Like, you have no idea how excited I am, and it's just a beautiful cover. Tell me this is not the most beautiful cover you've ever seen. Yeah. Anyways, the next book I have is a book that I recently just got. If you want to watch that vlog of me getting new books, I probably will insert a few clips of me getting it, but I have not read this book yet. I have heard very good things about it, and I actually do also want to do a reading vlog on this. I've heard it has made people cry, like literally bawl their eyes out. So maybe we'll do the same for me. Who knows? Maybe I won't like it, but I do like Greek mythology, so okay. So the next book is Destin, Soho. I actually chose this book for my class, my English class, because we had to read a book by a British author, and I decided to I looked this up and it sounded interesting. It took place in the 1920s. I did not love it. I rate this like a 3 out of 5. The ending was kind of unexpected. I was like, did not expect the murder. Was not expecting this person to be the murderer, so that caught me off guard. But it was an interesting read. It was a quick read. I didn't get attached to any of the characters though, and I like getting attached to characters, and that's kind of what makes a great book to me. It was an okay book. It was my first murder mystery book, but it just wasn't my favorite. Maybe if someone could recommend some other murder mystery books that I actually think I would enjoy, please do. But this was just, it was okay. Actually, the last book I read was The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Let me just tell you, it's slow burn. Definitely slow burn. It's enemies to lover, kind of friends to lover type of thing. If you do not like slow burn, wouldn't recommend this one. The first half of the book, I was like, okay, come on now, come on already. I don't even know if I like slow burn at this point. I was like, I don't think slow burn is for me. But the thing is, when you actually get to the part where they like get together, or you get to that anticipated part that you've been waiting the whole entire book to read, you're like, oh my god, finally! You get so excited, and that's why the last half of this book, I was so invested. I flew through the second half of the book. I loved it. I loved the ending. I loved how they like it was just so good. I was gonna rate this a 2.5 or 3. That's how like how much I hated the slow burn part in the beginning. But I would definitely read more slow burn, just because, you know, when you finally get to that anticipated part, it's the best thing ever. It's about a podcast. These two people, we love Dominic, okay? These two people end up going into a podcast together. So Shay and Dominic. Shay is a little older than Dominic. They don't like each other, or more Shay doesn't like Dominic. And then she suggested this idea to her in this meeting, saying like, oh, we should do this podcast about two exes, and like they talk about relationship stuff and what they did wrong. His boss liked the idea, but Dominic didn't like the idea. So then they kind of like started bickering, and their boss was like, they would make good exes. So now they're kind of lying to the whole entire world that they are exes on a podcast. And then after that, it kind of just takes off from there. But a 4 out of 5. I was gonna rate this a 2.5 or a 3, but it's definitely like a 4 out of 5 read. These are some books. Hold on. These are some books that I have recently found buried in my like little shelves that I've kept over the years. They're literally buried. I found them, and one book I didn't even know I had, like, and this is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time, and it is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Surprisingly, I've never read this. None of my teachers have assigned to read this book, but I've always wanted to read it because, you know, books about the South and how it was for black people in the 1920s, like, you just have to get educated, you know. And I love these type of books, and I've always wanted to read it, and I'm finally I literally have not been able to buy it. I was going to buy it, and then one day, looking through like a box, I find it. When did I buy this? Who bought it for me? I don't know, and I don't even remember ever getting this. but I found it and I'm happy I did. And I'm so excited to read this. This will definitely be something I read very soon. So I'm very excited to have found this copy. So yes. The next book is Sir Green and the Green Knight. I have read this book, really liked it. Literally like 2-3 days ago I was thinking about this book. Now really I was like, where is this images and like story coming from in my head? Like I don't remember where it was from, and then I find it, my sister found it, and it's this book, and I actually really liked it. I read it in the 9th grade, really liked it. So you should, if you like classics, this is one I would recommend. The next book that I have is Romeo and Juliet. Let me just say, if you're a Shakespeare fan, you're going to hate me for saying this, but Romeo and Juliet is a classic that I hate. I love romance. I am a romantic, love romance, but for some reason this book, one, was very difficult to go through, even with the teacher explaining everything. Two, I just found the whole thing kind of stupid. Like, okay, forbidden love, whatever, you guys both die at the end. Okay, God, it just wasn't a good book. I didn't really feel the romance. It just wasn't. It was, ugh. You know. So yes, I didn't like this book at all. But it's pretty, so there's that. And then we have Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities. This freaking huge book. This huge freaking book. It's obviously old. I didn't even remember having this. I was like, what the heck? When did I get this? Yeah, apparently I read it too, because there's like obviously little annotations by my 9th grade self. We read a lot of, my teacher assigned a lot of books for us to read in the 9th grade, and I'm grateful, but also like, dang, I was a 9th grader, you reading all these books, and like, I think we skimmed through this. I'm not sure. I don't think we read the whole entire thing. Like, dang. I will probably never read this ever again, but it's there. It's in my bookshelf now. So, whatever. Finally, what you guys have all been anticipating, I'm sure, is my October TBR. I actually don't have one of the books that I want to read, but I hopefully will have it soon next week when I go to the bookstore. But this pile here we have, I'm on reading one already. It's called Opposite of Always. I have some things to say about this book so far, but we won't until my October wrap-up video. So we have this. It's a time travel story. So interesting concept. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Historical fiction, I'm pretty sure. And is Holocaust. That one of the reasons that I got this book is because it's like it's kind of like about the Holocaust and everything, and those books I'm always so interested in. Again, good educational books, and just everything about the Holocaust is like, oh my god, I can't believe it happened, but it's so interesting. I don't know if interesting is the right word, because some people are gonna be very mad at me probably for using the word interesting, but I love reading about the Holocaust and World War II and everything around that, because people are so cruel, and we have no idea like how good we have it until we realize how bad these people, what bad conditions these people had to go through. So I'm actually very excited to read this book, like super excited to read this book as well. Next book I want to read is part of a series. It's Harry Potter. I know I'm very very late to the fandom or the book reading, but
It's half broken.
it is half broken. I read this also in 9th grade. Dang, I read a lot of books in 9th grade. A lot of teachers assigned, no, not 9th grade, sophomore year, so 10th grade. I read this in 10th grade, and I loved it. I remember loving it, but since I didn't work back then, I didn't have the money to get like books that I wanted, so I never got around to the second book. I definitely want to reread this because I don't remember everything that happened in the first book, so I'm going to reread this. I obviously didn't take very good care of it, but let's just not look at that, okay? I'm going to read this book. I'm kind of excited. So this is my second series that I have on my shelves. The next book in my TBR is The Silent Patient. It's hardcover. I have it in hardcover. By Alex McGill. It's a psychology thriller. It's about a patient that doesn't talk, and they have no idea why. I'm pretty sure she murders her husband or something like that. I'm going to read this book. Very excited. Perfect October spooky read. And yes, perfect. It's perfect. I have heard a lot of good things about this book. Some people don't like it. I saw someone on YouTube that didn't like it, but who knows, maybe I will hate it also. But interesting in finding it out. So if any of you want to vlog for this book, I'd be happy to do one. I don't know, I love books, guys. I'm so excited. The last book on my TBR is Twilight. I know, also very late to the reading, but I'm going to the bookstore next week, I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to be going to the bookstore and grabbing a lot of books that I've been wanting, and just the bookstore literally just makes me like the happiest person on earth. So going to the bookstore, getting that book, getting Twilight. Bookstores usually have Twilight, so I'm fingers crossed that they have it, but I'm sure they will. I don't think I need to explain to anyone what Twilight is. I really hope I don't have to explain that to anybody. That is the end of this video, my first kind of book video. I hope you guys like it. I will be making more book videos, whether you like it or not. I thoroughly enjoy books, so I like making these type of videos, and I don't want to be a YouTuber that only does videos for content. I want to do videos that I enjoy and that I want to do, okay? So we're gonna continue making them, and hopefully you click the little like button if you enjoyed this video, and then hopefully you even subscribe to me. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Please, besos.